Welcome. This is the Tikula After School show where we break down what we watch in the episode of the day. Yeah, I'm Michie, and of course I'm joined by lovely people here. We have the lovely Chisanga. Hello. This is the part where you clap at home. Like, you know, you're the audience, like, yeah. And then I've got Thulani here, of course. What's good?
What's
I'm a gang sense. What's this?
What's popping?
What's popping? That's the way, yeah. And speaking of royalty, hey, I'm gonna take you back to the basics. Zoom on a spaceship. PNC Princess Natasha Chansa is joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So anyway, at the beginning of Tikula, we thought Mimi has got it all together. Of course, there were moments with her family that were not so great, but she still seemed like, you know, that kind of girl. But with this particular episode, we saw a very emotional side to her and stuff that's going on with her. Being blackmailed?
I know. Can you believe it? By her boyfriend?
By her boyfriend. What's that about? Why is she keeping it a secret? Why is she keeping whatever's going on a secret?
I think Mimi, she's such a proud person and she's just dedicated her life to show everything perfect. So for everything kind of at once to kind of not be perfect, she still has to show it's perfect.
Wow. And I felt, I don't know about you or you too as well, but when I watched that, and even you, when you watch yourself, like,
I was asking her, like, how did you do that? Were you remembering, like, when I was 5 years old? They snatched me food.
No, I think from my own personal experience, because my mom's divorced and it's just the two of us grew up really close together and she's like my best friend.
Did it like hit home for you?
Yeah, I would say Mimi and me, we like click very well in terms of like the turmoil in our heads. Like things are bad, but you want to seem like things are okay, and so yeah.
Our viewers have questions as well, and remember that you can always tap in and join the conversations by following us on our socials. That is SkyGirlsZ. We've added a hashtag Tikula. If you want, just throw it in there. So there's a question that we have, and this one is from Joyce, and it's for Mimi. Why does Mimi hide her true self?
I think, like I said, she's just spent her whole life kind of portraying perfection, that she's almost lied to herself that this is real. And she can't stop the lie, because once she stops the lie, then it's what's true is true, you know? So I think she just kind of convinced herself that, she's kind of just fooled herself with fooling all her followers and people. So I guess that's something that she needs to work through.
And then also there was the smoking incident where Tasha was kind of with it, right? But Mimi was on the fence, kind of, sort of. But I love the part when Mimi said, "We don't smoke."
We don't smoke.
She owned it.
We don't smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was also kind of not just saying it to say we don't smoke, but that was also kind of get the guy away. But also as Zambian teens, I feel like I don't think Zambian teens really smoke, and it wouldn't be normal for us as our characters to do so as well. So yeah, it's just kind of reinforcing that message as well, that we don't smoke.
And speaking of that guy was a little bit creepy, right?
But yeah, we just genuinely don't smoke. I mean, smoking. I mean, I'm sure you've seen how when Nandi walked into the room, her mother like, "You smell like smoke." So when you smoke, you're gonna smell definitely, and then it turns your screen. Ashi you look like grayish. You get the point?
You've forgotten Mafuta.
Exactly. all the time you look like you haven't applied lotion, but then you're just there. Yeah, I like the point where Nandi's mom says, when she says, "I don't smoke, I was hanging around people that do." The mom says, just because you say you do doesn't mean, she says, you say you don't, but
just because you hang out with people who do, what's stopping you from trying?
Exactly.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what she says.
Kind of like that, and that peer pressure. And I think that guy, the actor, he played that role of being like the peer pressure, the guy who smokes, like the guy who hang out and smoke. He played his role so well.
But on a more serious note, the other thing that was really interesting for me, in particular with episode 5, was Gogo and then Sunko. Like Gogo just. But then what came to my mind is how most people don't really actually know, like away from the Sunko part, most people don't actually know that Shisha is tobacco.
Yeah.
And Natasha, you really broke it down.
I had to.
Yeah, you really did.
I had to break it down.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, people don't know because it's very downplayed. You know, they don't really tell you it's bad. Because in culture, the family gatherings, you see the aunties, the grandmas just there like, you know, constantly. And they kind of just don't tell you it's a bad thing. They just say, oh, it's that. But then we have access to platforms that let us know what's going down.
And then when she mentions the thing with Zambian aunties, they make it so casual to all whereby
It's very casual.
If you have a flu, just put it, you sneeze and then it's going to go away.
And they're very,
like I've faced that
they're
so
very
many
generous.
times. Just sneeze, put in your mouth, you sneeze, and it will just go to like. But the thing is, tobacco, Michie, when you have a bottle of poison, even though you brand it Fanta outside, it's still poison inside. People try to decorate it as much to seem like it's just,
Trying to think
it's
like
just
it's a cool
shisha, it's just
thing,
what.
cool kids do
But
it.
at the end of the day, it's still gonna kill you.
Like smoking is just not cool, guys. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
And I like my skin. Ooh, mic drop. It's not my thing and I like my
skin.
Oh, bars.
If they
I like
that
She got
line,
bars.
they need to pay you for that line. If they use it, they have to use it.
And I smell good because that should always be the move.
Gang signs.
Who's the rapper here?
Mimi may not have done the research, but I think Bosco did.
Bosco did the research.
You really did.
I need your number.
but why?
I still want that number though.
I knew it. I knew it.
In your
saying no,
face,
she's
Mimi.
like,
She's going
no.
to give me my number.
gonna give you
Your-
my
her
number.
Exactly. In
Bosco,
your
she's
face.
gonna give you her number.
In your mic drop.
It's happening.
In your face.
So, guys, we've got a question from one of our viewers, and this one reads, this one is from Leah. Okay, had to get the name right. As Natasha Chansa said, she stays true to herself by staying away from tobacco. Why do Mimi and Nandi think it's cool to smoke or do shisha?
I think we brought up these points. Like I said, it's because
It goes back to the
celebrities
influence.
and the influence and peer pressure, like growing up. I mean, not now, like we're doing a good job as media to not show smoking as a good thing anymore. But before, when I was growing up, there wasn't that regulation, you know? So just to kind of see, like, you know, your favorite celebrity smoking on the side, or like the paparazzi pictures of them, like, it just gets to you. So it's like the same thing. Nandi and Mimi are just typical teenagers who are influenced by the world around them, and they just don't have the I don't know how to say, like the self to know what's right and what's wrong. You know, the self-awareness and the self-confidence to just kind of be like, okay, if they smoke, that's them. I don't need to smoke if I
But it really takes a lot to get to that point.
Exactly, it's not easy.
Because even as adults, it's not just teens. You know, I feel like I'm an adult now. And like there's things that you see that you're like, man, I want to do that. But then it's that, like, that's not my thing, you know, like it's as casual as that, but it goes far deep in the roots, like where you come from, what you learn. Like if you have the opportunity to know what's good for you at an early age, bro, like you are set.
Oh, you are set.
You know?
Absolutely.
And I also feel like young people need to be like really selective for who they look up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot control what every celebrity is doing.
It's true.
So it's up to we, the young people, to choose
pick.
who we want to look up to. Yeah.
And do the research.
Exactly.
No, don't be like Mimi.
Don't be a Mimi, guys.
Mimi disappointed me. I mean, I know I smiled. It's just because I cannot smile.
Now, in this episode, something else that we saw is there's kind of like a wedge between Taizia and Nandi. Now, Taizia is also friends with Mimi and the crew, the whole clique. So was she being a little shady by telling Nandi that her grades are dropping because of spending too much time with him?
It's the shade for me. It was very subtle, but it came from like a really good place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like Taizia, I feel like she's just kind of emphasizing what Nandi's mom is kind of also telling her, because Nandile is on school. She's at school on a scholarship, so obviously that is first priority. Not having like socializing and with friends and stuff. Okay, that's a part of being in school, but that's kind of like you're on here on scholarship. Your grades need to be good if you want to be here. Remember who you are.
Remember who you are. So in other words, stay true to yourself.
Stay true to yourself.
Let's say goodbye in styles because we gotta go.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Au revoir.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Okay.
Bye.
Oh. Nothing beats that. Same time next week, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to keep those comments coming in. Until next time, stay true to yourself.
Tikula.
Hashtag.